Welcome back to the Killscreen, and it's been a while since I have updated my arcade. So as you can see, I've kind of moved it from one room to another because this used to be our bedroom, and so now it's our game room with all of our machines. And I added a few. I don't remember which ones I did have or didn't have last time I made the video. I think the only ones I had were Pac-Man and Galaga. And we added Street Fighter and Asteroids. And Asteroids is about to get an update here in just a minute. And actually, all these are going to get a little bit of an update here in a minute. So I'm going to take you around. This is a Frankenstein I found a really long time ago. And I actually love the look of it, and I still have him. So, and here's Pac-Man. Actually, let me turn all the machines on. Alright, much better. Yes, now we can actually see the screens of the arcades. So, yeah, these are the ones I have so far. I've been looking for the $75 Centipede that apparently exists, but I haven't found it anywhere yet. And I still really want Rampage, and haven't gotten that one yet because it's still $300. And, of course, Star Wars is $500, so, but I do want that one. And there's a ton of them I still out there that I still want. But, yeah, I mean, these are the arcade machines, if I haven't showed them to you before. All of them are awesome. I did not change them from the original. I didn't put no retro pie, nothing in it, or whatever the thing is called. I like all the machines exactly the way I bought them. So, and that's the way they're going to stay. Okay, so that was Frankenstein I showed you. This is the wolf from Game of Thrones. And this is, what's his name?
Baymax.
Baymax, yeah. He's from the Baymax movie.
Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that's close. Big Hero 6. And this is an actual Pac-Man game my wife got me for my birthday, which we haven't opened up yet. I'll probably do a review of this on my other channel, It Figures, to show it off in a little while. And here's Alf, my original Alf that I had. And this is a Donkey Kong puppet. He's kind of leaning back there. This is a cool cross-stitch TARDIS we have hanging up there, which I actually built my own TARDIS. It's on this channel somewhere if you want to go look at it. Alright, so over here is the rest of our entertainment center, and we are planning on bringing our PlayStation 4 in here soon. And we have a VR unit for our PlayStation 4, so we're going to hook it up in here and we'll have more room to actually play the VR unit. This is a light my wife got off of Think Geek when they were having their sale. And it's a really cool looking light. It's now in the game room. And this is my Pac-Man light, which I did do a review for on this channel if you want to check it out. I'm going to turn on. There you go, my Pac-Man light. And I'm a collector of Lego, if you didn't know that either. And so we started making some frames for some minifigures. This is all the costumed characters, and these are all the horror related ones, and some of them actually fell off, so I gotta fix those, if you can see. So yeah, this is what the game room looks like right now. And one last thing here is we have the Atari light switch cover for the room. My wife actually got another lamp, which we haven't even opened up yet. It's a Super Mario lamp off Think Geek as well. And since the thing is so huge, we didn't have a place to put it yet. It's a beanbag. Guess what? It came from Think Geek as well. It's a beanbag of one of the boos from Super Mario Brothers. Which, if we ever get a bigger room or a bigger house, this is going to be in the game room. And the one thing that's wrong with this Asteroids machine is this right here. The horrible spinner that came with this. And if you're not familiar with the 1-Up machines, this thing is horrendous. You know, don't pay attention to my nails because it's something I'm doing on YouTube right now. But this is a horrible spinner. I mean, it doesn't spin. It's a spinner that doesn't spin. I mean, it does nothing. It's just like, it's sort of like a dimmer switch for a house or something. It literally, you can hear how terrible it is. And this
has notches.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be for Tempest. And what this is, like I said, it's for Tempest, but also you can choose which games are on here. There's Asteroids, Tempest, Major Havoc, and Lunar Lander. And it's so tight, and like the original one, you could go like this, and it would just spin. As you can see, this doesn't happen here. Okay, so this is a game of Tempest I just put on And it's really hard to move the thing around. It's not fun because you're sitting there trying to spin it. It's not spinning, as you can see. You literally have to use, pressure in order to move the thing around the screen. And it's just a terrible spinner. Everybody suggested this. I don't know what's all over this, but everyone suggested this. This is Glenn's spinner that you can get off of Amazon. And it was like, what, 50 bucks?
Yes.
And we are going to replace that. So one thing I'm going to do today, replace this with that terrible one. And I've never replaced anything on any of these cabinets yet, so this is our first time. And I'll show a brief demonstration on what we're doing and how hard it was. Alright, so we just taken all the screws out of the control panel. And this is actually plexiglass that we have on here, so it just pops out. And then we got to undo the little cord there. Now that it's off, super simple. There's like 6 screws that we have to undo. This is what the inside of the machine looks like. It's nice and hollow, so it doesn't weigh 700 quadrillion pounds. While the screws are being taken out, this is what Glenn's spinner actually looks like. So the one I showed you on top was made out of real cheap plastic, and this is actual real metal. I'm going to give you a little bit better look at it before I put it on here, but you can see it's the real deal. It's all metal, and it's pretty awesome. Alright, we're about to take the cover off of this thing, and boom, that's all there is to this. So this here is the original cheap, junky spinner, right here. You can see it's all made out of plastic. It's just really terrible. And the new one is not made out of plastic, obviously. So we're just going to take this off and then follow this cord, which is right here, and unplug it. Alright, so the screws have been taken out, and all it is just pops out like that. And now we're going to take this out, but first let's unplug this. It's this last one right here. So here it is. Here is the super cheap thing that 1UP put into the machine. And obviously, they did it to save money. Because, yeah, but this switch, literally, it's like a switch you would put in your house. You can barely even turn it here, so it's really bad. I'm going to do a comparison. This is the old spinner. This is the new spinner. So, yeah, old, new. You can kind of see, just slightly see a difference between the two. And this thing spins. You can just turn it. It's like, it's very smooth. It's really nice. This is what the arcades used to be like. You can just spin it, and you can see it just spinning. So this, let's see. Can we spin it? No. You can barely even turn it with 2 fingers. So, yeah. This, just 1 finger, and it just spins so nice. And of course, he sent wires along with it, and their own screws. And there's actually a Allen wrench in here too, because when you put this on here, there's a hole right there that you have to attach so it doesn't come off. So now we are taking the little round thing off, which is the actual spinner itself. It just pops off, and then it falls out from the other side, like that. And you can see how stupid cheap it is. Everything is plugged back up, and now we're just gonna put the screws in. That holds this little spinner in place. So this is actually not in there yet. It's still sitting on here. We just put the rivet back in. And this is also not permanently on here because you got to put the plexiglass on here first and then set this over on top of it. So we're going to do that. We just set it on here just to make sure it works. And look at that. I don't know if you can see it spinning. That's the way Tempest should work. Check it out. So spin it. Oh, whoops. Oh man. It's not a really good example, but
No, it's a bad example.
but yeah, that's awesome. Alright, so the control panel is fastened. Now there's a little washer or a little thing you put on top of it. It's not really a washer, but it actually will raise it up off of your plexiglass so it doesn't scratch your plexiglass, which is even nicer. See?
Leave the cap.
Yeah, it's very nice. And now there's a little screw in there that you just tighten so it doesn't fall off, and you're done. So our first adjustment ever to a 1UP arcade machine. Went real smooth, real simple. One thing I kind of would like to change over here on Gallica, I don't like the button very much. You can hear the spring in it. So yeah, that might be another thing that we will upgrade here in the future. But for now, let's check out Asteroids and check out Tempest. So my wife's gonna have her Mad Tempest skills.
Sure. Sure am.
You can hear those buttons are really springy too. It doesn't look like it would take that much to actually replace the button. When you clear a level, you gotta spin it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's the thing you gotta do. There. There you go. Going into some void. That's what was fun about the arcade.
Well, here, I don't even have to do nothing.
Spin it.
Uh-oh, I got hit.
Oh, man. So about 3 months ago, when we were at Walmart, we saw these, and I think they were only like $4 or $5 each. So, and they change colors. There's a huge remote with different settings, different colors. Now, if you watched my last video, you've seen that I put the lights up around the top of the room, and these I actually wanted to put behind the machines, so the machines themselves will glow against the wall. I think that will make a much better effect and a lot easier way to put up, but I don't know how good these are, so let's go ahead and... We didn't buy a lot of them. I think we only bought like 2 or 3 for a couple machines. So I'm going to install them now and take a look at it. Okay, so these are actually pretty decent $3, $4, I mean, LED flashing, whatever you want to call these things. What are they called?
Rope.
I don't even know what's a rope. It's real skinny, as you can see. And like I said, we got these at Walmart. But the only problem with this is the plug that actually plugs into the wall.
It's about a foot long.
Yeah, it's super short. This is all the length you get. So that's it. And they only plug in with USB. So you have to have a USB plug or an adapter in order to plug them into the wall. But as you can see, they are nice and bright. So, and they do change colors, and there's a strobe and there's a flash, and then you can just have them a solid color if you like that as well. So yeah, I mean, they're not bad for what you get here. Alright, so we got the rope lights or the LED lights or whatever you want to call them behind Asteroids, and this is what's called a flash, so obviously it's flashing. The only thing that I can say about these is you have to point the remote at a certain point on the lights in order for it to work. And that can be a pain in the butt, especially if it's all the way behind the machine. So again, this is the remote. So if you wanted just a solid color, you would push like blue. And see, I'm pushing it. Oh, there it is. And now you just have a solid color. And it's cool because there's so many different colors, and you can put a different color for every machine. All right, so this is Asteroids. We have it as set as a solid color right now. The only problem with this is this remote here. You have to actually point it at the bottom of the machine or wherever the plug is in order to get it to change colors. Right now it's on yellow, even though it looks green. Let me see if I can get like orange or something. And you see how difficult it is to change it, because you have to go all the way down here and try to find the sensor. There it is. It changed, right?
Yeah.
And you have flashing that you can do here.
Would it help if I stick the end of the light cord out the side of the machine a little bit so the sensors...
I don't know. It's not doing anything right now.
Let me try.
So, I mean, it is what it is. It's, you know, $5, $3. So, if you turn them on, I don't know. I'd probably each one of these would be cool if it controlled all of them, which I don't think it does. So far, we just put it on Asteroids and Pac-Man, but the cords are so short, we don't have any sort of extensions to put them into our plug, so we can only have one on at a time right now. So, and like I said, we only had 2 of them that we bought, and we just bought them just to see how well they would work. And they work pretty well, except for trying to find the sensor and turn it on. Alright, so there we go. There is our project for the day that we got done. We just need more cords in order to have them all lit up. And I did try the remote, the second remote that was with the second set of lights. and it does control this, so it looks like one remote will probably control all the lights for the machines, or for the lights on the back of the machines, I mean. So there you go. There is my game room for right now. The update of what's going on here. And if I update more machines and lights and whatever, I'll get back on here and review them for you. Keep gaming, and I'll see you next time here on